Water signs, what do you have to clean house about before the new year? You're holding out from an energy shift. I think you had made a good amount of money and now you're trying to like hold on to what's there. I don't know, maybe you're expecting an investment, but I just see this energy shift from going really happy to really sad. It's just this movement from one, this should be like this for people to understand it a little better. I feel like you invested a lot, so much in some particular sign here. Geez, this meant everything to you. And somehow I feel like your little heart got filleted or something over here. You're selling yourself short for what it is that you're capable of. That's 100%. The Queen of Wands here always has ideas. You do. But you have this finality of it. Like, no, this is how it is because this happened. And you're sticking with it. This is just being at your party and crying because you can. Let's go through all the other signs first. So we'll start with water. So this will also be a reflection of you. So water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You're moving backwards. When you had this really steady pace here, it's somehow you tried to foresee to the future, and I think that you just gave up on one aspect about this, almost like it was too much hard work to keep going. At what cost is it to be with this person? Pisces, you're on the move. Cancer, you're still trying to pick at what it, you know what this is? It's picking at something as it becomes ready. So let's say you have something in the oven, and instead of waiting the 3 hours for it to be done undisturbed, you keep pulling it out, and then it takes longer, and you're like, just delaying the fact that this dish needs to be done so you can really enjoy it, but you're not. You keep kind of opening the oven and pulling from it and then putting it back, and that delays things. Scorpio, you're paying for something here, for a lost, it's a lost happiness, something that you're unwilling to collect on. It cost you all of your happiness, this person. Jeez. Let's go to the fire. Water signs if you're dealing with fire signs. So Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. In the fire energy itself, we have ready to get up, ready to explore options, either bring them to the surface or have the strength to try and learn about them. If you're dealing with a Sagittarius, either them or you developed a very gnarly case of depression to which you're finally on the upswing, or they are. This one is kind of hard to tell because I feel like there's a little bit of that here. not to say that both of you couldn't be going through this in general. And that's without it being attributed to the fire aspect. It's just what's happening to the both of you because of the breakdown in this. I think finally learning the truth, dealing with, if you're dealing with an Aries, this person is trying to make up for lost time. They really, really are. If you're dealing with Aries, there's a lot of lost time that this person wants to make up for, that they felt they were just somehow responsible for any kind of drag that you may have had before in their own life or your life. But regardless, I think this person wants to get back on the wagon and try to explore their own options, take what's left after the battle. They're having a hard time. They have a lot to carry. They're realizing for the first time that you're not going to be there to help them also. There's also an awareness that you're not going to be there to help them. If you're dealing with a Leo, this Leo is finally letting issues that they did not deal with finally come to the surface. And they're going to finally start dealing with them. They're looking for that strength. Either way, this begets a person that is tired of laying around, that wants to move on, that's tired of dealing with old internal demons. It's not fair. It's not fair. That's why this is now in reverse. They're ready to get up. Let's see. If you're dealing with anyone in the Earth tribe, water signs, right, if you're dealing with any earth signs here. If you're dealing with an earth sign, the overall energy is that they are waiting to find a good time to leave. However, there's three different energies here specifically between Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, they are not saying no to you. They just believe that more things need to be considered before they come back. Whatever it was that happened, it feels like you gave them an overwhelming amount of information, and it needs to be sorted out in their minds. So what they're saying is, like, I just need to consider all this before I can go any further with you. If you're dealing with a Taurus, this person is already sort of out the door, okay? Now, I don't know if this energy is going to follow it because they all share the earth quality, but it looks like it's going that way for Capricorn. If you're dealing with a Virgo, this person does really enjoy a lot of, if you're dealing with a Virgo, this person has given up. They are trying to look forward to new things. They have friends, they have family that they really want to be, close to, and they feel that they are not part of that. I don't think this is you. I think this is them, like their friends, the people who they used to talk to that are like, hey man, what's going on? Like, you haven't been here. Whether they are good or bad is another story. but, or, you know, like what their purpose is in their life. I don't know if they are good people. I don't know if they're his dealers that are waiting a party. I'm not going there right now. But being that these two are exiting, I would say that this person is going to exit. I'm just pulling off the top here. Yeah, this person is going to exit. I feel like this is kind of like a notice. Like I'm giving you my 2 weeks. That's kind of what's happening. And then this is the next boundary. The Six of Wands is usually a successful card, but what this means in this deck is that you've gone through every once in a while you hit a boundary, which is a problem, a lesson, something you got to figure out, a challenge, blah, blah. And then you hit another one, then you hit another one. So this one here is at a final one in their own personal life. They're not worried anymore of how it affects you because they now see themselves separate from you. If you are dealing with an air sign, to which, by the way, I feel like you're dealing with a Minchiate earth sign. Like that. Okay, we're talking about a high price to pay here for something that they didn't know if it was going to be good or not, and it turned out not to be. The worst is over for them. They could be a little reckless when they are feeling bad, or they did a couple of stupid things as they were coming out of being reckless. But that's very, overall energy is very much the same. If you're dealing with an Aquarius, they too feel that there was a lot to have been had with this. However, I feel like on their side, it was just, they were like a kid, and there was definitely a high price to pay for this behavior. That's why you didn't collect on it. You got 4 out of 10. You really wanted the 10. This one here is saying that there is a very high price you paid in your personal happiness. Okay, in your personal happiness. For this person who was a complete joke. If you're dealing with a Gemini, this person is healing. They're doing whatever they want to do. The worst is over for them. They aren't taking up this union the way they had been in the past. That's for sure. The Ace of Wands is here as well. And I see it as where one person still kind of honors this down here. This Gemini doesn't anymore. They have moved past that, along with the apex of their pain. It's now behind them. If you're dealing with a Libra, there's like a lapse in psychic communication with your spirit guide. I don't know. This person may be acting out. They may be reckless sometimes. They seem to have turned off all kind of psychic communication with anybody, just so they can feel very visceral about their decisions, being in control of their decisions and the outcome, versus accepting karma. So Libra is doing some pretty gnarly things for Libra right now. He may have some issues with these friends. And let's see what Spirit has for your ultimate. Let's see what Spirit has here for your ultimate conclusion and advice. Okay. Take a look again at what you have growing and start to grow with whatever it is that you have. It says you have 4 pentacles here. Take 3 of those and start growing. It's not what you thought it was going to be. You're going to have issues because you expected this person to be there and also to support you. But now that you know that this person is completely gone, They have revealed who they are for the final time. You are now left with going on this journey by yourself, and you don't know how it's going to affect you. But this journey is meant for you by yourself. Whatever it is. These two cards are flowing very nicely into each other here. With this little space, something of it makes me feel like you're actually going to go somewhere and you're going to bring all your stuff with you. Anyway, you guys, I hope you have a beautiful and safe new year. Thank you so much for watching. Hey, anyway, you guys, happy new year. Thank you so much for watching. Please check the description box for any reading information you may need. And thanks for watching. I appreciate you so much. Happy New Year.